Kita mulai saja. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Gimana? Sehat semua?
Sehat, Pak.
Alhamdulillah ya.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, today we are in 9 meetings. 9th, yeah. Based on our syllabus that today we will start practice how we deliver speech. Gitu. So last week or 2 weeks ago, I asked you to prepare for choosing the topic, and I also give you a technique in fishbone diagram, how you generate the ideas and how you explore some issues, some arguments, so you can find out the what is that? The problem roots, yeah, the problem roots of what is that? Of your ideas, of your arguments, and as we discussed that so today I will pick you maybe 3 or 4 persons to deliver speech, and I will give you comments if we have time, and also what is it? And I will pick randomly, begitu ya kurang lebih. And I believe that you already prepare your topic. Betul nggak? Sudah persiapan semuanya? Udah siap?
Insya Allah.
Insya Allah
Sudah,
ya.
Pak.
Baik. Untuk yang pertama, saya persilahkan dulu yang mau mempresentasikan atau yang mau mencoba deliver speech. Tentunya dibuka kameranya bagi yang tapi kayaknya bagusnya teman-teman yang lain pun juga membuka kameranya sehingga bisa ada interaksinya dengan yang akan memberikan ini delivery speech-nya. Untuk yang pertama, silahkan. Ada yang mau dulu nggak? Silahkan. Secara sukarela dulu, please. Silakan.
Saya mau coba, Pak.
Alma, oke. Alma, please turn on your camera, Alma. Yang lain juga boleh turn on your camera. Please listen carefully. Setelah beres Alma, yang lain boleh memberikan komentar. Oke, baik. So, saya butuh 1 orang yang menjadi timekeeper. Satu orangnya kemarin berapa menit kita sepakati? 6 menit? Masih ingat berapa menit? 7 menit. Oke. So please one person to be timekeeper. Jadi kalau sudah waktunya 5 menit dikasih tanda, 1 ketukan. Kalau sudah lebih dari 7 menit dikasih tanda. Ya 2 ketukan atau 3 ketukan atau ketukan terus lah. Siapa yang mau jadi timekeeper? Bella mau jadi timekeeper, Bella? Oke, Bella timekeeper ya. Kalau udah lewat 5 menit 1 ketukan. Kalau sudah lebih dari 7 menit ketukannya banyak. Terserah mau ngetuk apa aja lah. Bebas ya. Oke, Bella siap ya? Alma? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oke, please Alma.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, my name is Alma Sitotima. Today I would like to sharing about the most commonly topic in Indonesia. There is e-learning. E-learning is the most discussed by people in Indonesia because e-learning have advantage and disadvantage for students. But before we going to of e-learning, I want to tell you about why students in Indonesia use e-learning. As we know, at the end of December 2019, the world was surprised by coronavirus disease, or we actually called COVID-19. This virus is can infected by spread from people to people, and then this spreading by cough and then sneeze, then talks, and maybe some droplets. So to to reduce this spread of this virus, the government of Indonesia suggests us to the government of Indonesia suggests us to wearing a mask and then washing our hands. And the most important thing is we should make a social distancing. In a social distancing, we usually talking with everyone, put some space between 5 or 6 meters between us and the others. And this is why the government Indonesia suggests us to use online learning. So we actually that today e-learning or electronic learning is commonly used by students in Indonesia by use like any platform like Edmodo and then Google Meeting, Google Classroom, and then Google Meeting, then Zoom Meeting, or maybe by WhatsApp. So depend on my experience, e-learning give me some benefits for myself, and the benefits is I can save my time and also I can save my money. So online learning give me the benefits, so I can reading a lot because I have free time to learning, and then I can save my money. So I usually going to college with by public transportation. So e-learning give me the benefits, so I can save my money and then I can buy any stuff for myself. And I personally, as a woman, that for attending the class, I shouldn't wearing a good outfit, and then I'm just uh, putting some natural makeup on my face. And then, however, beside the benefits of e-learning, e-learning also have a disadvantage for students. Uh, there are students maybe have no less motivational in learning, and then they also have not a physical interaction between their students and their friends and also their teachers. When I sixth grade on my college, I have assignment to know the effectiveness of e-learning itself. Depend on senior high school student, and the data show me that e-learning is cannot run well because there is some obstacles in e-learning. The obstacles are, the first is the signal, the second one is the quota, the third is the device, and the last is the the teachers cannot operate the teachers cannot operate the platform. However, e-learning give us some benefits and also the disadvantage for us. But what should we do to overcome this disadvantage for students? And uh, I think schools should have an own way to get to overcome these obstacles with give a free quota and then use an easy platform like that. And I think the government of Indonesia should take a part of this condition, like like a free device to allow profile students like that. And I hope Indonesia can be adaptive with this situation and can be a better e-learning. That's all from me. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Tuh.
Cek. Oke. Baik, berikutnya. Sebentar. Bella, what the time? Berapa menit itu, Bera? How many time Alma spends?
50 minutes, 52 seconds.
5 minutes ya? About 5 minutes. Okay. Right. Alma, I think the
Yes,
ideas. Okay, the ideas is okay. You are talking about e-learning and you give the benefit, the positive and also
yes,
negative, yeah.
yes, sir.
And you choose the positive and also your negative. But I think for the next topic, you should choose your position, whether you are in positive or you are in negative
Yes, sir.
in the last statement. And the next, I think I consider with your pronunciation. So please be careful with pronunciation like time. Okay, nya ya, time, and then because, not because, not because, but because, and as so, akhiran oo-nya tidak so gitu, tapi so tidak so, beda kan ya? Not so, but so. Jadi ada W-nya, ada sengaunya. So, I'm so gitu. Juga ada kata save. I can save money and I can save time. Nah, jadi itu yang saya dengar. Tapi overall it's good ya.
Thank you, sir.
But next time please also include the data. If you say that e-learning is not good for students, you can take the data, quote some, misalnya dari
PPT,
orang.
Pak, bisa?
Kenapa?
Untuk PowerPoint-nya bisa itu kan, Pak?
Boleh. Kalau PowerPoint boleh. Atau juga bisa dikutip dari laman apa gitu, biasanya data-datanya. Misalnya anak-anak stres, misalnya datanya dari mana, atau mereka they do not understand the lesson, diambil dari apa gitu. Itu juga penting. So not only your arguments or your opinion, but it is supported by valid or by qualified reference gitu. Oke?
Baik, Pak. Baik, Pak.
Oke.
Terima kasih.
Good, thank you Alma. Berikutnya, silakan ada yang mau mencoba? Silakan. Please wants to share. Kevin, mau coba? Siapa ini? Kurnia?
Boleh Pak.
Oke, Kevin. Baik. Bella siap timekeepernya ya? Right. So Kevin, please.
Pak boleh pakai ini nggak, nunjukin PPT dikit, PowerPoint.
Boleh, silakan.
Oke.
Mau apa? Share screen atau apa?
Oke.
Ya, please.
Sudah kelihatan semua?
Udah.
Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Kevin Negimayo, and today's session, I want to presentation a speech about a dream job in the future. Okay, we talk about jobs. That you know that jobs in maybe we all have a dream job. You and I have a dream job that we dream about when we was young. But if you ever think about maybe your dream job is didn't exist in maybe in the following years, maybe in 2014, 2015, we never know. And we can look that in 2014, a lot of job replaced by a machine, or we can call it AI, artificial intelligence. I mean, in 2014 doesn't mean a machine will take all the job that human can do, but more, maybe some of 30% or 40% jobs in the following years maybe replaced by a robot or a machine or AI. Okay, first we talk about the job. Then you need. I have some idea about jobs that cross in my mind before we jump about the job then replaced by the machine. Here I got two example about a job. That's the first one is job that you need and jobs that need you. Okay, first the job that you need, it means that the job doesn't require example like I have like you are a student graduated from a Japanese literature, and then you don't want to work abroad in Japan, and you don't want to become a teacher or a lecturer, then you apply a job in a bank. And in bank, you become a customer service. That because some of that job didn't require special background. And what about the salary? The salary in the job is quite good. Like, for example, like I have a sister. He graduated from Japanese lecture and worked in CS in a bank, and his salary is enough for her to, I think, buy a new phone and something like that. And the second one is the jobs that need you. In the job that need you, I found out that this job require or need a special background. For example, when you're graduated from English or Japanese literature, you can apply a job or you can become a doctor. Because if you want to become a doctor, you must have a medical background. That's about the job that I found out. But now we have a new, I think, machine. This machine can replace our job. Maybe that in the first job that you need or the job that needs you, machine can replace both, like in medical or in the banking or something like that. That's the example, like the job that you need. The example is the customer service job that needs you, that the doctor, because it needs medical background. But when it compares about the job that replaced by machine, in here I talk about, if you know the Boston Dynamics or Tesla, that Boston Dynamics is already replaced. That you can see in the picture that the Spot Mini is a robotic dog that used in the military industry. And Tesla, of course, you know Tesla in the autonomous car. And if you can see in America, Tesla already built the autonomous truck. The truck can drive by itself, and it's people say that it will replace the truck driver jobs. But people say that it's only replace the driver. It doesn't do much damage. But if we can look the big screen, when the driver job replaced by a machine, in America they have its name a bus stop or truck stop. that is when the driver sleep or eat. If the driver replaced by a machine, maybe the motel or the restaurant, it will lose their job also. Also lose their job. And here, according to Wire and BBC and McKinsey company, the study even said 30% of jobs in 60 kind of job will be replaced by robot in term 10 or 12 years. For example, I put teller and millennial here. You can see tellers and millennial. It means what that are here in Indonesia. You can look example maybe in the following years we don't need a bank teller anymore because millennials now can use mobile banking. They can or saving money. Maybe because some time maybe, and I know your dream job. You look that job before then you see. Maybe you planning of that dream job. Maybe you want become well and wealthy, but how about that your dream job already taken or replaced by machine? And here what while utilize the media or the machine that gonna replace us. If you look in YouTube or something like YouTube video, that's already called VTuber. VTuber is a YouTuber, but he's not a human. The VTuber is AI programmed by someone to make a YouTube video. You can search later. VTuber is a example that to make one of the example is maybe you don't know that this job is even exists. The artificial food is popular in Japan because this job maybe come out in 2000. I forgot. I mean the main thing is why not we make a new we can make a new job, a new kind of job that can make other people dream of that job or the job that we have made, and we can bring a bigger opportunity and help other. Then we can always be creative or make something new that can use technology or not, like VTuber and okay. I think that's all from me about the dream job and in the future. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam. Waalaikumsalam. Bella. 9 minutes 54.
9 minutes per 54. 9 minutes per 54.
Okay, thank you, Bella. 9 minutes. So exceed the time, yeah. So please, Kevin, next time your presentation should be in line with the time. Be careful with your time. So when you are preparing what is it? Preparing the PowerPoint should be you should what is that? You should try practice and see the time, how much time you can spend with your PowerPoint. Maybe your PowerPoint can be about 5 slides, yeah, to meet the 7 minutes. And then the second, camera should be on when you are presenting your paper because we can make eye contact with the audience. So we are not only seeing the PowerPoint, but also we want to see your face. We want to see your expression when you are giving presentation, of course, yeah. And
I'm so sorry that I think that my camera was on when I share the screen.
so the problem with your, because you are using camera, yeah, handphone, yeah. Okay, maybe next time you can share with your friend, so your friend the PowerPoint in your friend or with your friend, and you can present so remote apa PowerPoint gitu. Jadi nanti slide share-nya oleh teman yang lain sehingga Kevin yang tinggal menceritakan. Jadi kamera Kevin nggak terganggu kalau begitu. Oke, selanjutnya hedging. It's more than 3 times. Jadi akhirnya nya terdengar jelas atau ternotice by the audience. So next time, please be careful with hedging with yeah, Kevin. And then some pronunciation, for example, literature, not literatur atau not apa tadi ya? So, should be literature, industry, not industry, and apa? Satu lagi apa ya? Cuman topiknya menurut saya itu menarik. Your topic is unique, good, so you can tell more about your topic. Tapi nanti tetap poin pentingnya adalah tujuannya apa, pesannya apa, apakah mau mengajak agar kita semua tidak perlu harus terperangkap dengan mata kuliah atau studi yang sekarang kita sedang kerjakan, atau misalnya bisa memanfaatkan kondisi-kondisi yang sekarang. Itu mungkin nanti tujuannya lebih dipertegas tujuan dari topik tersebut. Oke, tapi topiknya juga menarik. Baik, masih tersisa sekitar 10 menit atau 8 menit kurang di Zoom saya. Barangkali satu orang lagi aja deh. Silakan.
Mufidah, Pak.
Oke, Mufidah, silakan. Sebentar, kalau nanti kita close, nanti kita sekali lagi masuk ya. Mungkin jadi bisa 4 orang lebih deh. Oke, Mufidah silakan sampai close ini si Zoom-nya. Nanti kita masuk lagi di Zoom di link yang sama di sini. Di add link-nya, klik lagi aja di add link-nya yang sama. Oke, silakan Mufidah, please.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The topic of my speech is stress, and I'm here will tell you several things about stress and how to reduce your stress. Okay, I think all of you have heard the word stress, and I think we all have felt it before. So what is the cause of your stress? It can a heavy workload, a tight deadline, under a lot of pressure, facing a big problem, or maybe a broken heart. Well, if is it the case, I think we should more worry about ourselves. Maybe we all think that stress is a common thing that happens when we facing a problem that's hard to resolve. But stress is something that we should aware of. If you are the type of person who afraid of problem and too scared to face it, then you need to change yourself. It's not easy, but you have to. The next level of stress, it can be depression and anxiety. It's not like stress, the depression, it's more hard to handle. So many people who prefer to end up their life just because of depression. They feel like they don't have any option in their life except that. They feel the pressure, they feel the stress, but they don't know how to do. No one could help them. And the climax is they feel the depression. The depression also can cause it a mental illness, even stroke. When someone feels stressed, they usually have so many thoughts in their mind. One after another came without stopping. They also feel afraid if anything didn't work as if it should be. so they think over and over again. If your stress get worse, that causes you feel anxiety, and another symptom like it's hard to sleep, or you are worried too much, you should go to the doctor. The Usually when we feel stressed about something, we will express it in two ways. First is angry, and the second is sad. The research say that it will be more good for us to be angry or crying when we feel the stress, and hard to handle it because after we crying or angry, somehow we feel relief. Just don't go overboard to it. Rather than stress, or maybe the next level of it, believe that there is no one of us want to become like that. So how to reduce our stress? If stress is common for you, then at least you should try to reduce your stress. The first thing you should do is stay calm. Make yourself believe that you will get through this. Don't be panic. It will make your anxiety get worse. Or maybe you should do some meditation to make your mind clear and calm. You can think over of your problems, so you will not choose the wrong option that will make you regret in the future. The second is rest. Rest your body and rest your mind. Try to relax. You can take a good sleep or eat the food you like, or maybe just hang out with your friends before you come back to facing your problem. This will make you better. The third is try to resolve your problem one by one, little by little. If you're facing a lot of problem under a lot of pressure, it's not weird that you will feel the stress. What you have to do is just try to resolve it one by one, little by little. Example, as a college student who learning online because of pandemic COVID-19, we have so many tasks to do, from a simple question until a complicated research. And sometimes the deadline are just so tight that we can't even stop to think about it. So the stress come every time, anytime. But maybe it just there are several college students who had a bad habit. They do the task one day before it will submit. So will make them stress more. You have to change it. To avoid the stress, try to do your task one by one, little by little, not in the one time before the deadline. So you will not face the stress. And the third, ask for help. If your problem was really hard to resolve and you feel down, the stress come worse, don't be afraid, just ask for help. Try to believe and rely to someone. Open your heart, did not carry it everything by yourself. If it's hard, it's okay to make a mistake and believe that you can through this. That's all for me. From me, thank you for watching and thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, kita end dulu. Nanti masuk lagi ya di link yang ada di Adlink. Karena waktunya tersisa 1 menit kurang lebih. Sambil saya merekam juga ini. Oke. Kita close dulu.